What's up, y'all? Last week, Gunna released his last tape on under the YSL label. If y'all don't know, Gunna's been out of prison probably like a year or so now, with all the RICO charges that went down with him, Young Thug, and most of YSL. They said Gunna was a snitch, and that's the only reason why he got out early. Thug has been saying back and forth things. Lil Baby has came out and said a couple things. Gunna spoke on the situation on some songs on his recent tapes that he didn't drop. I think he didn't drop like 3 tapes since he's been out. This is his third tape, I want to say, second or third tape. And what I can say about this is that out of all those people I named, Young Thug, Lil Baby, all of them cats up in ATL calling Gunna a snitch, ain't none of them better than Gunna. Gunna has put out flawless victories on every tape that he didn't put out. Compared to Lil Baby last tape, it was okay. You don't hear nobody's checking for Lil Baby these days. You might get a single all of them every once in a while, but when you're looking for a full tape, Gunna has been killing these boys by landslide. So it's crazy how that worked out. That for y'all to be labeling this dude a snitch, and he's just ignoring that. He's just putting out music under y'all record label, well, under Thug's record label, and he's certainly became the best out of that whole gang that they had. Gunna is the best to me. But I want to get in here and give y'all my favorite 5 songs off his last tape on the YSL. It is called The Last Wun, WUN. He had 25 tracks on here. 25, yeah, 25 tracks on here. As far as features, he got one named Saki on here. He got Mechee, Kid, Burna Boy, and Offset. So he got a couple of features, but the rest of them just him. As far as my favorite 5 tracks on here, let's get back to my list. My favorite 5 songs on the tape would be Biting My Game, Prototype, Many Nights, What They Thinking, and CFWM, which stands for Can't Fuck With Me. Those are my favorite 5 songs. My favorite off there is What They Thinking. I think I done burnt that song out. I listen to it every day when I ride up to work or when I'm in the gym. I done pretty much burned that song out. But as far as those 25 songs, let me see. It was so many. Um, if I had out of 25 songs, I pretty much ran through this whole tape. This is one of those tapes that you could just run straight down. You don't have to skip. If it was a song I skipped, it was probably him all along and Won't Stop, just because I've already heard those songs. He got videos to those songs, so I heard enough of them songs that I can do without the last 2 songs on there. But 21 to 23, I'm listening right through with no problem. As far as Gunna goes, I had a homie that was saying that maybe with him now being out of that record label, maybe he should go join the Migos. And what I was telling him was like, yeah, it would make sense, but I believe that Offset and Quavo, they patched it up since they little falling out, but I don't think they would ever look to replace Takeoff. So that's the only reason why I can see that they wouldn't jump. He wouldn't jump on there, because then they'd be calling the Migos, they'd be talking down on them, on Quavo and Offset, for adding him in there, and you never know, that might make them look crazy. But like I said, Offset and Gunna make good music together. That's been one of the main artists that Gunna's been making music with since he's been out of prison. So it would make sense, but then again, I just believe that Gunna is. I like the Migos. Don't get me wrong, but Offset and Quavo is like right here. Gunna is up here. That's just my personal opinion. So I think Gunna just needs to go solo, like he's been doing. Go solo, start his own record label, and eventually people will be like, "Yo, I don't care about none of that snitching stuff. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't." But if you want to make music, if you need somebody that y'all need featured, go get Gunna on a feature. If y'all want to go make some good music and want me to be on y'all songs, or y'all want to be on my songs, come holler at me. I don't want to talk about none of that stuff in the past. All that YSL stuff is left over there. I don't condone none of that. I'm not with them. I'm not rocking with them boys, and they just stay out their way. And in the next 5, 10 years, I want y'all to look back and see who had a better career. Right now, like I said, I believe Gunna has a way better career than Thug and Lil Baby. Gunna's up there, so I just want to give y'all my favorite 5 songs on there. and tell y'all to go. Please go check out this Last Wun tape because it had all bangers on there. Like I said, probably the last two I could have did without because I heard them so much. But again, my favorite 5 songs on the tape is Biting My Game, Prototype, Many Nights, What They Think, and then CFWM. Those are my favorite 5 on there. Make sure y'all go tap into Gunna, the Last Wun, streaming on all platforms. And make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest music updates. I'll be here every week. I did get a chance to listen to Luca Brasi, Kevin Gates' last album. It just dropped on Thursday, which was crazy because usually they wait till Friday to drop it. And it was an okay tape. I might get in here next week and give y'all my favorite 5 on there, but it's gonna take a little bit because it felt like he just singing a lot on these songs. I ain't really hear too many rap songs, and that's why I usually look forward to with Kevin Gates. But anyways, as far as Gunna, the last one, must listen to music. If you listen, you need some new music to ride to, some new music to work out to, just some of that good music, man. Go download Gunna the Last Wun on all streaming platforms.